I believe that God is calling you deeper. I don't know how close you are with Jesus right now. I don't know how close your relationship is, how much you're reading your Bible, how much you are praying every day. But I think that no matter where we are at on our journey, I think God is calling us deeper. You know, I used to feel like I was pretty close to God. I used to feel like I had a good relationship with him. You know, when we compare ourselves to other people who are doing very bad stuff every single day, it's easy to get kind of complacent and comfortable with thinking like we are okay. Like, you know, we're fine. We're close with God. We have God in our life. We know about God. We go to church. We do those things, and we can kind of get comfortable in that routine and just doing that day to day over and over again. But what I've realized is that there is always a place to get deeper and deeper with the Lord, and that is going to bring us more and more joy and peace and happiness and energy. Because, you know, we hear about what God has for us. We hear that God has this joy and happiness and all this stuff, that overwhelming gifts for us every day that we can live our life with. But we think like, you know, is it even possible to get from that with where we are at right now? You know, we might be living with stress and anxiety and all these things that are affecting our life and that are pulling us away from the Lord. And sometimes it's hard to place our focus on the Lord, place the focus on him solely. And we feel like, you know, is this just who we are? You know, I used to feel like I had anxiety, I had stress, and I had these things that were affecting me. And I didn't know if that's just how it was, if that's just how it was going to be for, you know, is that a normal day-to-day thing that we live with? And I think most of us feel that, and most of us think that. But what I've realized is that once I started to get closer with the Lord, like not just going to church, not just doing that stuff, but for myself, you know, from where my journey is and where I started to up it more and more. So what I've been doing is, you know, praying in the morning. I'll pray, but then I'll also meditate on the Lord. And for myself, it's just 2 minutes right now, because I know a lot of people can do it a lot longer, but I've started from a place of not doing that. So I feel like 2 minutes is not that bad. And I've also been going on walks daily and talking to him, bringing him my desires, bringing him the things that I feel right now that he can change, or the things that I'm asking him about because I want to hear from him. I want to hear what he has for me. So for myself, doing that day by day and, you know, getting better and better about that, I've realized that it's starting to change everything about my life, the joy, the peace, the happiness that I live my life with. Because in the past, it's so easy to go to thinking about certain things, and we think that we have to battle it on our own, think that we have to fight these things every single day with our own, with the own things that we've had for ourselves, the ways that we've been dealing with it in the past, the ways that we deal with this stress and anxiety or anything we might be dealing with. Hold on, let me take my cat out real quick. But something that's really helped me is I got this little pendulum, I don't know what you call this, but it's kind of the armor of God, and putting on that full armor of God. So, you know, what I do is I try to put on that full armor because I know that he can protect me, and he can give me the strategies or the ways that I can protect myself better than I ever could. You know, it was always just me fighting against that stuff. But now I feel like as I go and I bring this stuff to God, as I go and I talk to him, he starts to present the stuff in my day-to-day life. But then also I trust that no matter what, even if I'm dealing with these stresses and anxieties and things going on in my life, that he's going to get me through it, and he's going to do it for a reason, and it's going to eventually help somebody. And that's what I feel like I could be doing with this video right here. You know, I've been dealing with this stuff and I've been able to get out of it, man. And I feel like it could help y'all. And I feel like God has put me in the position to do that. God has equipped me to be able to do that. But I really want to share this with y'all because just the other day, I had been doing this stuff day by day by day by day. And you know, sometimes you don't feel it right away. Sometimes you don't feel that overwhelming joy and sense of it. But I feel like these things that he's put in my life, one piece after another, he's kind of put one piece after another that's led to me to be where I'm at right now. And it has just overwhelmed me. And there was this day, like 2 days ago, I was out on one of my walks. I was going for one of these walks, and then I just felt this overwhelming sense of peace and joy, and overwhelming just joy flowing out of my body because of where I'm at. You know, I think about doing YouTube and how I never thought I would be doing YouTube. I never thought I would be doing what I am doing on YouTube. But then also on top of that, I know that it's probably the best path that I could have ever picked. You know, I thought I had all these paths, like, okay, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, but I really want to do this over here. But then God kind of just threw me over here in this path because he knew what was best for me. But now I'm able to kind of take a step back and I'm able to look at it. I'm like, damn, I am so glad that God has brought me here. So I know a lot of you guys are feeling like You are stressed. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what you should do. You don't know what path to pick. Hold on. What you want, little kitty? You distracted my video. All right, my bad. My cat was meowing at my door. But what I was saying is that you don't know what path you want to pick. And it's just so overwhelming. And it can feel overwhelming. And you have to live with that day by day because you feel like the time is ticking. And I just want to share with you guys that for myself, when I gave it to God and when I started to trust him, believe in him, take that time aside for him to see what he's doing for me, all that stuff started to lift off me. And that stuff I didn't know if it would ever lift off me. Like if it was just something I was going to deal with, and I was completely okay with dealing with it day by day. But now it's starting to I'm waking up. I'm living my day-to-day life in a place of joy and happiness and just wanting to give it to him. Like when I listen to music, if I listen to Kanye West, God Is Now, it's just such an overwhelming sense of flow and joy. And I just want to thank God. And I'm so grateful every day. And just imagine being able to get to that, man. And I just want to encourage you to go deeper, even if you don't feel it right away, even if it takes you time, even if you feel like you've been away from him for a long while. And even if you feel like, that you're close with him already. There is such levels to get deeper and deeper. And I'm not saying that every single day I wake up and I'm just perfectly 100% fine. There's still days where I'm stressed and I'm anxious, or I'm feeling a little bit sad, or something's going on. But it's like the amount of time that it takes me to get out of that feeling. And also while I'm being in that feeling, knowing that God is going to get me out of this and that I trust him, that it's okay to feel that stuff. It's just such a sense of security and a sense of feeling of I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be okay. And I feel like I live that in my everyday life. I live that and I can pass that on to other people also. So if you are curious, if you are thinking about getting closer, just start adding little things to your day-to-day life. Start adding things and just paying attention to what he is going to do in your life. Ask him what you should do. Ask him what you should start to implement into your life, and ask him to talk to you and show you how he is using that to better you.